እንደምን አላችሁ ተማሪዎች በዛሬው ዕለትና የ12ኛ ክፍል የኢኮኖሚክስ ትምህርትን ዩኒት 7 ነው። የዩኒት 7 ማክሮ ኢኮኖሚክ ሪፎርምስ ኢን ኢትዮጵያ ይላል። የማክሮ ኢኮኖሚክ ሪፎርምስ ኢን ኢትዮጵያ የሚለውን ቶፒክ በአጠቃላይ እዚህ ቶፒክ ላይ 90 ጥያቄዎች ተዘጋጅተዋል። እነዚህ 90 ጥያቄዎች ለክፍላችሁ የፈተና ዝግጅት እንዲሁም ደግሞ ለኢንትራንስ ኤግዛም የሚያግዙ ጥያቄዎች ናቸው። እነዚህን ጥያቄዎች አብረን እንሰራለን። ለዛሬ የምናየው ፓርት 1 ይሆናል ማለት ነው። ኢኮኖሚክስ ብቻ ሳይሆን ሌሎች የትምህርት አይነቶችንም እንደ ጂኦግራፊ እና ሂስትሪ ከ9 ጀምሮ እስከ 12ኛ ክፍል ያሉትን እየሰራ እንገኛለን። እዚህ የዩቲዩብ ቻናል ላይ ማግኘት ትችላላችሁ። ለዚህ የዩቲዩብ ቻናል አዲስ ከሆናችሁና ሰብስክራይብ ካላደረጋችሁ ሰብስክራይብ እያደረጋችሁ ቤተሰብ ሁኑ። አብረን እንቀጥላለን። እነዚህን ጥያቄዎችና ሌሎችንም በርካታ ጥያቄዎች እንዲሁም ደግሞ ሞዴል ኤግዛሞችን ጨምሮ የያዘ አጋዥ መጽሐፍ አዘጋጅተናል። ይህ አጋዥ የጥያቄና መልስ መጽሐፍ ጥያቄዎቹን ከነመልስና ማብራሪያ ጋር የያዘ መጽሐፍ ነው። ለክፍላችሁ ፈተና ዝግጅት እንዲሁም ደግሞ ለኢንትራንስ ኤግዛም እንዲያግዝ ተደርጎ የተዘጋጀ መጽሐፍ ነው። ይህ መጽሐፍ እዚህ ጋር በተቀመጠው አድራሻ መሰረት ማግኘት ትችላላችሁ። እዚህ ጋር በተቀመጠው አድራሻ ኮንታክት አድርጉን ማለት ነው። ለአሁኑ ወደ ጥያቄዎቹ እንሂድ። ነምበር 1 What was the primary focus of the Ethiopia's first 5-year plan from 1957 to 1961? A. Industrialization. B. Agricultural self-sufficiency. C. Infrastructure development. D. Export diversification. Okay. A. Industrialization. Okay. Industrialization ኢትዮጵያስ ፈርስት 5-year ፕላን የሚባለው ከ1957 እስከ 61 primarily focused on the industrialization. It means modernize the economy and reduce dependence on the traditional agriculture ማለት ነው። Okay. The plan aimed to promote manufacturing industries, attract foreign investment and develop skilled labor to support the industrial growth ማለት ነው። 2. Why did Ethiopia's early development plans 1945 to 1957 fail to achieve meaningful results? A. Lack of international support. B. Scarcity of basic statistical data and minimal administrative capabilities. C. Overemphasis on industrialization. D. Political instability. Okay, B. The scarcity of basic statistical data and minimal administrative capabilities የሚለው እንደ ምን ይቆጠር ነበር ፌል እንዲያደርግ from 1945 እስከ 57 የነበረው የዴቨሎፕመንት ፕላን እንዳይሳካ ያደረገ ችግር ነበር ማለት ነው። 3. What was the key objective of the second 5-year plan from 1960 to 1967? A. Transition to purely industrial economy. B. Reduction of defense expenditure. C. Expansion of rural health services. D. Diversification of production and introduction of modern processing methods. Okay, D. The diversification of production and introduction to modern processing methods. Okay. The second 5-year plan aimed to diversify the production, introduce modern processing methods, and expand the economy's productive capability to increase the growth rate. 4. What was the focus of the third 5-year plan from 1968 to 1973? A. Industrialization. B. Agricultural development and rural services. C. Export-oriented manufacturing. D. Urban infrastructure. Okay, B. The agricultural development and rural services. Okay. So the third 5-year plan shifted its focus to agricultural development to address food shortages and improve rural services, such as the distribution of the fertilizers and seeds ማለት ነው። 5. What was the major reason for the failure of the economic reforms during the imperial period from 1950 to 1974? A. Feudal land tenure system. B. Over emphasis on industrialization. C. Lack of foreign aid. D. High population growth. Okay. A. The feudal land tenure system. Okay. The feudal land tenure system deprived rural peasants of land rights and which hindered equitable economic growth and contributed to the public dissatisfaction. 6. What was the key feature of Ethiopia's socialist economic policies under the Derg regime from 1974 to 1991? A. Privatization of state farms. B. Nationalization of land and productive assets. C. Promotion of private commercial farming. D. Reduction of military expenditure. B. The nationalization of land and productive assets. Okay. The Derg regime nationalized land and other productive assets, redistribution land to farmers and promoted collectivizations program. 7. What was the primary reason for economic stagnation during the Derg regime's first phase from 1974 to 1978? A. Drought. B. Overemphasis on agriculture. C. Lack of foreign investment. D. Nationalization measures and political instability. Okay, D. National measures and political instability. Okay, so the nationalization measures and highly unstable political climates caused economic dislocation, leading to minimal GDP growth. ይህማል 0.4% አኗሪ ነበረ ማለት ነው የዛኔ። 8. What was the main objective of the agricultural development led industrialization strategy introduced in 1994? A. Rapid industrialization. B. Food self-sufficiency and agricultural productivity. C. Expansion of urban infrastructure. D. Reduction of foreign aid. B. Food self-sufficiency and agricultural productivity. Okay, so ADLI aimed to achieve food self-sufficiency by increasing agricultural productivity and output, which would then drive industrial development. 9. What was the key strategy under the ADLI to boost agricultural productivity? A. Privatization of state farms. B. Promotion of large-scale commercial farming. C. Reduction of fertilizer use. D. Expansion of agricultural technologies and infrastructure. Okay, D. Expansion of agricultural technologies and infrastructure. 10. What was the major challenge during the Derg regime's third phase from 1980 to 1985? A. Overproduction of agricultural goods. B. Widespread drought and declining investment. C. Excessive foreign aid. D. Rapid industrialization. B. The widespread drought and declining investment. Okay, the economic faced a setback due to the widespread of drought, declining agricultural inputs, lack of foreign exchange, and rising defense expenditures. 11. What was the primary goal of peace Democracy and Development Program initiated by the EPRDF. A. Poverty alleviation through economic growth. B. Rapid industrialization. C. Expansion of military power. D. Promotion of urban development. Okay. A. The poverty alleviation through economic growth. Okay. The program aimed to alleviate poverty through rapid economic growth, ensuring peace and promoting democratic governance. Okay. 12. What was the role of the participatory democracy demonstration and training extension system? PDATS. A. To promote industrialization. B. To distribute fertilizer, seeds, and credit to smallholder farmers. C. To nationalize commercial farms. D. To reduce defense expenditure. B. To distribute fertilizers, seeds, and credit to smallholder farmers. 13. What was the significant outcome of Ethiopia's economic reforms during the imperial period from 1950 to 1974? A. Diversification into manufacturing and services. B. Complete elimination of poverty. C. Reduction of foreign debt. D. Overemphasis on urban development. Okay. A. Diversification into manufacturing and services. Okay. 14. What was the major reason for the overthrow of the monarchy in 1974? A. Lack of foreign aid. B. Public dissatisfaction and food shortage. C. Overemphasis on industrialization. D. Excessive foreign debt. Okay. B. The public dissatisfaction and food shortage. Okay. The public dissatisfaction, food shortages, and feudal land tenure system contribute to the rise of military government. 15. What was the primary goal of the Sustainable Development and Poverty Reduction Program? A. To reduce poverty through agricultural development-led industrialization, ADLI. B. To achieve industrialization through large-scale manufacturing. C. To focus exclusively on urban development. D. To privatize all state-owned enterprises. A. To reduce poverty through agricultural development-led industrialization. 16. Which of the following was not a strategic goal of the plan for accelerated and sustained development to end poverty? A. Strengthening human resource development. B. Managing risk and volatility. C. Privatizing all agricultural land. D. Creating employment opportunities. You see, the PSDEP focus on the goal such as human resources development, managing risks, creating employment, but it did not advocate for the private of agricultural land. Okay, 17. What was the average annual economic growth target set under the high case scenario of PSDEP? A. 5%, B. 7%, C. 12%, D. 10%. Okay, D. 10%. Okay. the PSD set high case scenario target of 10% annual economic growth ማለት ነው okay to be beyond the millennium development goals 18 which sector contributed to the most to Ethiopia's GDP growth during the implementation of GTP first and second A agriculture, B industry, C service, D construction. C service, okay. The service sector contributed 40.8 to GDP growth and making it the largest contributor during the GDP first and second periods. 19. What was the primary focus of the GTP first in terms of agricultural development? A. Large scale commercial farming. B. Scaling up smallholders based agricultural practices. C. Exporting raw agricultural products. D. Reducing the role of small scale farmers. B. Scaling up smallholders based agricultural practices. Okay. 20. Which of the following was a major challenge faced during the implementation of GTP first and second? A. Failure to ensure quality economic growth. B. Over reliance on exports of economic growth. C. Excessive focus on urban development. D. Lack of foreign direct investment. A. Failure to ensure quality economic growth ማለት ነው okay 21 what was the average annual GDP growth rate during the implementation of GTP first and second? A 7.5, B 9.2, C 11, D 12.5%. okay, B 9.2%. okay, the average annual GDP growth rate during the GTP first and second 9.2 ይሆናል ማለት ነው 22 which sub-sector contribute to the most to industrial sectors GDP growth during GTP first and second? A. Construction, B. Manufacturing, C. Mining, D. Energy. okay, A. Construction. okay, the construction subsector contributes to 77.1 to the industry sector GDP growth, making it largest contributor ማለት ነው ይሄ construction 23 what was the primary objective of GTP second? A. To achieve a middle income status by 2025. B. To focus exclusively on agricultural development. C. To reduce the role of the private sector. D. To prioritize urban development over rural development. A. Achieve middle income status by 2025. 24 which of the following was a pillar strategy of GTP second? A. Reducing the role of women in development. B. Reducing climate reliance green economy. C. Decreasing investment in infrastructure. D. Limiting private sector participation. okay, B. Building a climate reliance green economy ማለት ነው so one of the pillars strategies of GTP second was build a climate reliant green economy alongside other like the accelerating human development and promoting women and youth empowerment 25 what was the main reasons for the widening gap between the exports and imports during GTP first and second. A. High demand for imported goods and limited export capacity. C. Excessive focus on manufacturing. D. Over reliance on foreign aid. D. Lack of domestic consumption. Okay. A. High demand for imported goods and limited export capacities. 26. Which of the following measures was not taken to boost domestic saving during GDP first and second? A. Introducing private social security. B. Raising the minimum deposit rate. C. Privatizing all state-owned banks. D. Expanding financial institutions. Okay, C. Privatization all state-owned banks. Okay, this is not the action taken by the during GDP first and second. 27. What was the primary cause of high inflation in Ethiopia during the GDP first and second? A. Excessive government expenditure. B. High fuel and food prices, weak foreign exchange earning. C. Overproduction of goods. D. Low demand for imports. Okay, B. High fuel and food prices and weak foreign ኤክስቼንጅ earnings ማለት ነው። ይሄ ለኢንፍሌሽን ከፍተኛ የሆነ ኮዝ ነበር ማለት ነው። 28. What is the primary vision of Ethiopia's national development plan from 2021 to 2030? A. Achieving rapid population growth. B. Expanding the agricultural sector. C. Reducing reliance on foreign aid. D. Becoming an African beacon of prosperity. D. Becoming an African beacon of prosperity. 29. Which of the following not a measure of prosperity according to the National Development Plan? A. High per capita income. B. Happiness and quality of life. C. Improvement in standard of living. D. Wealth accumulation alone. D. Wealth accumulation alone is not measure of prosperity according to the National Development Plan. 30. What is the key objective of the National Development Plan? A. Reducing the role of the private sector. B. Ensuring macroeconomic stability. C. Promoting structural economic transformation. D. Limiting access to the basic social services. C. Promoting structural economic transformation. Okay. One of the objectives is ensure structural economic transformation by enhancing productivity and competitiveness. Okay. የዛሬ ፓርት 1 በዚህ ጨርሰናል ማለት ነው። ከፓርት 2 እና 3 እንቀጥላለን። ሌሎች የትምህርት አይነቶችንም እንደዚሁ እየሰራን እንገኛለን። እንደ ጂኦግራፊ እና ሂስትሪ ማለት ነው። ከ9 እስከ 12ኛ ክፍል ለክፍላችሁ የፈተና ዝግጅት እንዲሁም ደግሞ ለኢንትራንስ ኤግዛም የሚያግዙ ጥያቄዎችን እያዘጋጀን እንገኛለን። እዚህ የዩቲዩብ ቻናል ላይ መከታተል ትችላላችሁ። በርካታ ጥያቄዎችን የያዘ ሞዴል ኤግዛሞችን ጨምሮ ጥያቄውን ከነመልስ የያዘ አጋዥ መጽሐፍ አዘጋጅተናል። የዚህን የጥያቄና መልስ መጽሐፍ ማግኘት ከፈለጋችሁ እዚህ ጋር በተቀመጠው አድራሻ ኮንታክት አድርጉ። መጽሐፉ ምንድነው? ጥያቄዎች አሉ፣ መልስ አለው፣ እንደገና ኤክስፕላኔሽን አለው። መጽሐፉን በቴሌግራም ሶፍት ኮፒ ወይም ደግሞ በፒዲኤፍ ነው ለእናንተ የምንልከው ማለት ነው። እዚህ ጋር በተቀመጠው ኮንታክት ኤስኤምኤስ ጻፉልን ወይ ደግሞ ቴሌግራም ላይ የምትፈልጉትን እንትን ማስቀመጥ ትችላላችሁ ማለት ነው። ለዚህ የዩቲዩብ ቻናል አዲስ ከሆናችሁና ሰብስክራይብ ካላደረጋችሁ ሰብስክራይብ ያደርጋችሁ ቤተሰብ ሁኑ። አብረን እንቀጥላለን። በሚቀጥለው በሌላ ቶፒክ እስከምንገናኝ